Okay, we move on to question number 14 of our mathematics paper 1 division. 14a says in the diagram, AB is 8, AD 10, DC 12, angle ABC is 90 degrees as given by the diagram here, and they are asking now to say find the value of tan ACB. It's a very easy question. Like I said, it carries 2 marks. Very simple to do, but let me show the easiest way. Now, we are dealing with a 90-degree angle here, meaning this is a right-angled triangle, number 1. If I give you a right-angled triangle, okay, like this, and that is 90. All right, let me call this one A, let me call this one B, let me call this one C. How do you find tan? Let's say tan C. Tan C will be equal to opposite there of our adjacent, because this is adjacent and that's our hypotenuse. Okay, so it will be opposite, which is AB, over adjacent, which is AC. And this is the same concept we need to use here. Okay, meaning we are going to use this triangle, that triangle there, there, there. But what do we need to know? This one is known, you tick. Is this side known? The only part of the side which is known is 12, which is DC, but BD is not known. This is why they have given you 10, so that you can use Pythagoras theorem using this triangle inside, using this triangle, okay, to find BD. And how do we find BD? We square this, we square this, we square this one as well. So let's do that. So of course, from Pythagoras theorem, we start with the longest side, so 10 squared is equal to 8 squared plus, well, let's just call it BD squared. This will give us 100 minus 64 equal to BD squared. This will give us 36 equal to BD squared. Square root, BD is 6 centimeters, meaning aka nika 6. Meaning yonse so now has become what? 18 centimeters. Meaning from the diagram here which I drew, let me just draw it again. We are now having 8, and now we have 18, and now we are looking for this one here. Tan ACB is equal to opposite over adjacent. Opposite is 8, adjacent is 18, meaning we have 4 over 9. You come here, you're right. Tan ACB is equal to 4 over 9. That's all. Look at the questions that you've been finding difficulties. All right, is it just you, or someone hasn't explained to you the right way? Let's go to B. In the diagram, AB is perpendicular to CD. You hear the word perpendicular? This formula should click in your mind. Gradient of line 1 multiplied by gradient of line 2 should always give you -1. And because CD has its own coordinates, are we there? Let's find the equation, or let's find the gradient. You know that here it's 1, right? Okay. So coordinate C is 0,4. Coordinate D is 6,0. Now let's find gradient. Let's call it gradient 1. It's y2, y1, x2, x1. Give us 0 minus 4 over 6 minus 0. M1 is therefore just equal to -2 over 3. Why are we getting negative? The line is sloping down, so you expect the gradient to be negative. Now you understand. Now we are starting from C to D. So this one is your x1, this is your y1, x2, y2. That's how it is. You're just plugging now in the formula. Now that you know the gradient, recall the formula. Okay? So let's just call it CD. Yeah, CD. Now that we know the gradient for line CD, let us find the gradient of line AB using that formula. So gradient of line AB multiplied by gradient of line CD should give you -1. So gradient of line AB multiply by negative 2 over 3 equal to negative 1. So how do we eliminate this here? You just multiply by the reciprocal. You multiply both sides by the reciprocal of negative 2 over 3, which is negative 3 over 2. Even here, negative 3 over 2. So these cancel out. You remain the gradient of AB. Because there's a negative already, you have 3 over 2. So this is the gradient of line AB. Now that you know that, so let's now finalize the question. So come here now. Now that we know the gradient, right? Where is the gradient? Here. And this line, line AB, is passing through this point here called 1, 0. So this becomes our x1 and our y1 in terms of line AB. So use the equation, this equation, y1 is 0, gradient is 3 over 2, x minus 1. This will give us y is equal to 3 over 2x minus 3 over 2. Like that. So this becomes the equation. You even come here, you report y is 3 over 2x minus 3 over 2. Literally, is there anything here? Is there anything difficult? So this is how these two questions were supposed to be answered. In the next division, we are going to go to question 15, which is variation. And don't forget to subscribe and also follow for more.